Those were chosen by thewheelofnames.com, not me. Yep, I've had complaints already. People are like, no, these colours, they're so difficult. Anyway, so I'm going to try and make a stamped one sheet wonder and cut it up into 4 cards in front of your very eyes. Come back in half an hour and it'll be done. Right, I've picked out Colour and Contour because it's a stamp set I haven't actually used a great deal of. Sorry, I should go over the colours. We have Cherry Cobbler, Magenta Madness, Shaded Spruce, Fresh Freesia, Petal Pink and Granny Apple Green. So when the colour schemes get thrown up like this and I have no control over it, what I do is have a look at, if I'm going to be doing a floral design, I look at, first of all, what do I eliminate for foliage? So greens come out because I think I can use that for foliage. Then I think, okay, all those can be used as flowers. This one potentially can be used as a background texture because it's light enough to do that. So that's the possibility of that one. And then these ones are definitely kind of focal point colours. So those are going to be my focal point colours. And then these are going to be my additional. So that's what I do when because some people say, how do you do it? Why, you know, how are you able to kind of figure out what to do? That is the kind of mental kind of jigging that I do in my head, like my process of thinking through how I'm going to use the stamp sets. So as I said, because we've got Petal Pink, which is quite a very pale colour, it's a good one just to lay down some background texture if you do want that, if you want it not to be such a clean background. So I've got here Gorgeous Leaves, and I know I've used this recently, but it's a really good one. And if you're just getting started in this style of stamping, then it's worth considering purchasing stamp sets that actually do have texture in them, because it can help just break up that pattern on the page. So I'm just going to go for a design where, and I've done this before recently again, design kind of in all the corners and then in the middle, because we're going to be cutting this up. So just kind of aiming like so, just getting some texture down there. I might even do a bit more in that corner. And that just helps break up the white space immediately. So if you've never done this style of stamping before, I do recommend that you just put some texture down and get it over and done with, and then it doesn't feel so daunting, you know, when you're facing this, you know, piece of plain paper. So now I know there are still a high percentage of you who are out there watching me who have not done a stamp one sheet wonder, and this is my mission in life, is to get you all stamping in a way that you feel happy with. Obviously, if you don't like this style, then, you know, don't do it. But if you do enjoy it, then I want you to, you know, enjoy the process and get those results that you want to get from the stamping. So I'm just stamping 3 flowers in each corner. I'm doing some stamped off, some full strength, and just tucking them in right close together as if they're, you know, freshly picked bunch of flowers, and, you know, you're holding them in your hand and they're all kind of being held together, and just doing kind of a bit of a cluster in the middle there. Right, so that's the Magenta Madness just gone on. Just going to clean that off straight away. And this is the stamp that you're meant to stamp with it to create this 2-step stamping, you know, double colour effect. Now, I think there is probably a way of lining this up to get it right each time. However, I'm not sure if I can be bothered to try and do it the same each time. So I'm not. I've made that decision. It's not happening. So I'm just going to turn it around maybe each time I use it, so you get a different maybe look. So look at that. That just fills it in. And I have used them both separately, I think, at different occasions. They can be used as individual stamps. You you know, they're your stamps. You use them how you want to use them. There. So I'm doing first generation, second generation on the second generation Magenta Madness, and first generation Cherry Cobbler on those first generation Magenta Madness. So basically this is just like filling in the dots there. Okay, isn't that a fabulous stamp set? And I've forgotten to actually just look at what everyone's saying. Let me have a look at my channel and see who's on here and who's chatting away to me that I've completely missed because I'm in my own sweet world here. Right, so now I want to stamp a bit of a green outline with this stamp here. So I'm just going to grab this one out fairly carefully, because when they have these long pieces like this, be careful that you're not pulling it at a weak point, because there is a... I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but you know, it's weak, so we don't want to be breaking that stamp off. So probably best actually to pull it off from the top, but anyway, just be careful. So here we have a lovely kind of greenery element in there, and just want to tuck that in to some of these sections here. I've got sort of spaces to do that. Right, I'm gonna see who's on the chat. So welcome if you're watching on the replay. Thank you so much for checking in. And hi Linda, Mindy, Anne, Christine, Susan, Denki Kaminari. Hi, it's Megan. Hello, Megan. Ali, Cynthia, Bree, Vicky, Glenna. And you got me hooked, Ruth. Hi Maria from Texas, lovely to see you. Happy Saturday, happy World Card Making Day. So if you don't know what I'm going on about with World Card Making Day, it's just this day that has been set up where people kind of set it aside to make some cards and maybe treat somebody, you know, with sending out a card. So if you guys are on Artful Stampin Space, my Facebook group, I have created a sign up area. If you would like to send a card to somebody as part of World Card Making Day, you don't have to have made the card today. It's just a fun opportunity to send a card to somebody in the world. And basically go on that announcement that I've made, and you've got until Monday 12 noon my time to just say yes. All you've got to do is say yes to that post, and then you have to private message me either through Artful Stampin or Ruth Trice Magnus and send me your address. So I will then give your address to one other person. That's all. Okay, one other person, and your address will only be used for the purpose in which you give it to me, to give that address to somebody else for the card swap. So all right, have I got a space somewhere else? I'm thinking a little bit of a space up in this corner, don't I? I don't think I've used this stamp much actually, so it's really nice to be able to use it today. Hi Denise. It's Sunday already in New Zealand. It is. Happy Sunday. Okay, I want to tuck in just a little bit of stamping there, but I didn't want the leaf as well. So I'm just going to stamp, or ink up rather, this tiny little section and just see if I can pop that in like so. There we go. Right, I'm happy with that. So now I want to colour in, as it were, the sections here. I'm going to grab that out. Look, see how that fits beautifully there. And I think I'm going to do this in Magenta Madness. I was tempted to do it in fresh Freesia, but I think I'll use fresh Freesia for something else. So. How is everybody? How have you guys been doing anything for World Card Making Day? Those of you who are not on the Zoom currently. If anyone does want to join in the Zoom, it's still happening if you're watching this live. So just to say, this is the 2nd of October, Saturday night in the UK. And incidentally, if you do want to join the Zoom and you'd like to give a donation for the privilege of doing it or the fun of doing it, I will be putting a link, a GoFundMe link, that I'm requesting donations to a project that I'm trying to fundraise for right now. All right, so again, just a case of filling in all these different areas. Right, there we go. Right, I'm getting shaded spruce out again because we've got this little bud and this leaf here. And, oh, come on. And I'm going to do these in shaded spruce because I want to do the granny apple green for something else in a second. So, oh, hold on, I'll get this right. I'm trying to turn it so that I can just pop that inside there, so I can just stamp once. I don't want to have to stamp twice. So I'm just attaching those together, and I'm kind of looking for little spaces to pop this little zhuzhy moment in, like so. And tuck that in there. Forgot one on the bottom right. Thanks, Denise. I will go back and do that. So that one there, yeah. Right, lovely. Right, while I remember, just bring in Magenta Madness and do that bottom bit. Now again, I'm wondering whether to introduce that fresh Freesia at this point now. I think I might, and then I'm going to stamp some other flowers, I think, in fresh Freesia just to increase that one. Yes, it's colour and contour, this stamp set. And it has a really nice die set to go with it. It has sort of scalloped frames. It's very, very pretty. And to be honest, if you're not keen on the stamp set, but the dies are kind of, they're standalone in a sense. They're not all matchy-matchy with the set. So, right. I want to bring in now another flower. So I'm going to bring in Celebrate with Sunflowers. So I really like this little wee daisy. And start stamping some of these in. Now, just remembered, I want to put some granny apple green here and there as well. So I'm just going to stamp these daisies in first. So I'm kind of looking for a few of the gaps there. I missed out colouring that one in, so I cheated. I just put the daisy there instead. Oh, that's meant to be pink, isn't it? There we go. Janoon, I think you need to come on a stamping holiday to my house. I've heard of people organising like cruise ship events where you all go on a cruise and then you have somebody teaching something. So you do a course. Maybe that's what we need to organise. Although I'm not a big fan of cruise ships. There we go. I'm not sure about this, but I'm just going to brave it. Anything but a cruise. All right, then, we won't do a cruise. We'll just stay somewhere. A nice hotel somewhere. Yeah, I was reading up at how bad they are for the environment. But there we go. I think they're going to have to be held more accountable, aren't they, these companies? And there are some liners that are better than others, like some that are much better at doing the whole recycling and that kind of thing. A palazzo in Venice. Oh, now is a palazzo where it's like a square, like, and you rent out the whole kind of building? There's a program on Netflix I've been watching about like places, like really cool places to stay in America or around in the Americas, and I've watched like 2 episodes, and I think one of them was in a palazzo in, was it in Mexico? It just looked gorgeous. Oh, and then there's places you can go and stay. It's like there's somebody built on their vineyard this amazing, almost like a castle, but they imported this limestone from, I don't know, it might have been Italy or France, and they got reclaimed beams from some, that was it, Queen Victoria's lavender farm. They reclaimed like timbers from the barn or something, and they made this beautiful building, and it's like a wedding venue. It's like $50,000 for like 2 nights or something. It's ridiculous. Right, so I've used the Granny Apple Green. I've used the Fresh Freesia. I just think inside these need a little bit of attention. So I could colour those in with Cherry Cobbler. I've got the Stampin' Blends. If I go for light Cherry Cobbler, it's still Cherry Cobbler, isn't it? So I'm not cheating. Oh, lovely to see you, Ree. It was so special to see you. Thank you for coming. Right. That's, oh, nearly missed that one. Have I used them all? Granny Apple. Oh, could probably use a little bit more of this one, Petal Pink. So we could do some dottage. And Petal Pink. Hi, Monica. Who else has said hello? Right, so I'm thinking in honour of World Card Making Day, I'm going to send out 4 cards from today's video. So in order to be in with a chance to win one of these, after this has gone live, you need to comment on the actual video, not in the chat. I know lots of you are chatting in the chat, but that doesn't count. So you need to come back and comment on the actual video. So I've cut that in half, and I'm going to flip that round to there and then turn that around that way. So I just need to cut off a tiny slither, and I wanted to keep the middle design, so oh, that's glad to have rekindled your love of it. So again, I'm just cutting off 5mm off the side there. So I cut it in half and then cutting off that little slither there. Right, so let's see what colours will look good with these. I've got shaded spruce. Ooh, I really like that. So I think I'll definitely do 2, if not all of them. I just want to see what it looks like with... Oh, I haven't got any cherry cobbler cut. Bear with. Cherry cobbler, where are you? Where are you? Oh, Mary Malone. Oh, do I need to order more? Real red. Oh, real red. Oh, that's unusual. Yeah, a cherry cobbler. Oh, no way. Oh, that's not like me. Oh, I don't believe it. I think I'm out of cherry cobbler. Oh well, there we go. That's it. Shaded spruce it is. So you kind of decide which bit you want in where. You can just sort of, you know, I think I quite like the biggest pocket of flowers down in the left hand corner. And there you have it. So 25 minutes to make 4 cards. That's pretty good going. So please do share this video out with any friends who you think might like to win a card. And now, if you do win a card, here's a thing. What you could do, I'm happy to send it anywhere in the world. What you could do is nominate somebody else. So if you've won a card before from me and you're thinking, oh, I'd like to send it to my friend in Timbuktu or wherever they are, then once I let you know that you've won it, I will draw for this on Monday night. Okay, so it's going to be a quick turnaround on this one. So I'm just trying to find my my glue unblocker. Oh, I know what, I've got one on the end of my scissors. Where's my... Dear Janice made this for me, my glue unblocker. Right, come on. Right. Oh, where's Linda going? Bye, Linda. All right, take care. Have a great time. Yes, so as I said, you've got to comment on the video, not in the chat. And you can chat away as well, but to be in with a chance, win this. Do people really live in Timbuktu? Yes, Janine, it's a real place. Yeah. I think I looked it up one time. Yeah, it is definitely a real place. Yes, the contrast, I think it's lovely because it just picks up on that little bit of the, what's the word I want? Stem. So there's a hint of it in the card, but not so much that it distracts from the edge. Yeah, it's nice to have a good contrast, isn't it? Oh, you're going to see your granddaughter. Oh, have a wonderful time, Anne. Well, God willing, we will be here and still making videos. So we'll see you when you get back. Oh, now she tells me. Thanks, Christine Gray. Christine says, it'd be nice run through the embossing folder. Yes. Now I've stuck it down. I need to read your mind straight away. Oh, you couldn't read anything in the chat, Reet? What? That's a bit odd. Okay, so let's just recap. So, hold on a sec. How do I do this? That one there? No, not that one. No, not that one. Not that. There we go. Happy World Card Making Day, everybody. You have 4 granddaughters. Oh, how wonderful. That'd be lovely. Yes, definitely going through a texture embossing folder would look gorgeous. Yes, I recommend that you remember it before. Sorry, says Christine. Okay. Right, lovely to see you all. Thank you so much. And if you're wanting to join in with this colour challenge, I have put a picture up of the ink pads, and you can, if you'd like to take part, then just pop a photograph underneath, or just post a photograph and say that you took part in the colour challenge. So just to recap, we stamped the gorgeous leaves, this stamp all over, not all over, in the corners and then in the middle. Now I could have used a bit more of this for the dottage. Could have done that actually. And the main stamp set though, the kind of the life and soul of the party is colour and contour. And these gorgeous kind of almost very free form style drawn leaves. They are just fabby fab. And then what else do I want to say on this? Nothing else really. So I was just having a think then. And then I use the little daisy there and the leaf. I suppose I could have used that as well, just to pop in a few extra little dib-dabby things. That you could do that. And I haven't really left much space for a sentiment, but it's quite nice to stick a sentiment on the inside. Right, so if you'd like to win these, please comment before Monday. Basically, I'll close it when I go live on Monday night. So you need to get your comments in there, and I'll be going live on Monday the 4th of October. So, lovely to see you all. Have a fabulous weekend and happy creating. Take care. Please give me a thumbs up on the way out. See you soon.